Hello and welcome, Lockdown Defenders. This is Coach Mike, and today we have a special compilation video where we get to sit back and listen in on some of the best defenders of all time as they break down their defense and the tips and tricks they use to lock down some of the best offensive players.
Oh man, what a defensive play. Tremendous defense. Wow.
What are you looking at when you're guarding somebody? Talk me through what your mentality is.
I play to my opponent's weaknesses. Okay. Obviously. So you're left hand. So I'll probably sit inside here and get this hand inside here. You know, it's a little trick for the weekend warriors over there.
You know, you like trick.
Once this guy makes his move with his right hand, what you try to do is you try to pin this arm. See this? See this arm right here? It's a strong hand. You pin this because you know he's inevitably going to come back to a strong hand, right? So now when he makes that move, now he can't come back. Watch, try to cross over. Uh-oh. That ball pops out. That ball pops out because you pin that, you take away his strength. Right here, you get up inside of him. Uh-oh.
Yeah, out of control.
Uh-oh.
How do you do that without getting a foul call?
Huh?
How do you do that without getting a foul call?
So it's too fast.
It's too fast.
It's too quick.
In the end,
It's
right.
too quick. You know, you're in here, you just got this guy here.
Yeah, right.
So once he goes right, now I sit in his pocket here, and now I won't let him come back. So when he comes back, he's coming right back to me, and I can steal that ball. And we're off.
What's up, guys? Drew Holiday here. I'm gonna take you guys through my film session, the breakdown, just to show you guys what I do on a day-to-day basis against the best players in the world and why I'm the best defender in the league. Let's go. And what's hard about Steph is he's super quick. He's really quick, really shifty. We know how he can get that shot off you. So this, again, for me, it kind of becomes like a long-distance track meet where one of us are gonna get tired, and it's not gonna be me first. We already know that I'm staying on Steph no matter what. If I get hit by a screen, fight through the screen. Over the top, underneath, but most of the time over the top because I can stay closer to him and possibly run him off the three-point line. At this point, I'm just attached to him. I'm stronger than him, so I feel like I just try to be physical with him. I don't want to give him any room to get comfortable. Don't let him just go whichever way he wants to go, and as they're doing that dribble handoff, I get my hand on the ball. There's also another term that we use, it's called on an island. So if I have Steph by myself and he's in the corner and it's just me and him, I'm on an island with Steph. And usually when you're on that island, somebody from behind you has to communicate and tell you like what's going on. So I crowd him because I don't want him to shoot three, I don't want him to get any space. And then I kind of send him in one direction. You can see my right foot is up at the top of that three-point line, and I'm kind of giving him that baseline drive, knowing that my help is gonna be there, and then being able to just kind of reach in and knock that ball out of bounds. I didn't know the exact metrics, but I also know for us to win the game, he's gonna have to really fight. That's cool to even just hear, like, being able to get that on record, just like how much you pressure up on somebody. And these are professional athletes and they're the best to do it. That's why they're in the NBA and they make this money. Dame is called Logo Dame for a reason. It's not easy to guard somebody up that high. That's where I hear a lot of my teammates and what's going on, if there's a screen, which way to send them. I'm already picking them up close to half court. The screen comes up, so they communicate the screen. I get underneath the screen because the big man is up 4, 5, maybe even 6 feet above the three-point line, which Dame is capable of shooting that. But I get underneath so that he doesn't split. He doesn't try to dribble back and split between me and him. You see, I kind of cut him off. And then I keep him at that angle so that he has one way to go. I would prefer the ball out of Damian's hands, and you see Steph, Dame, Trae Young, Luka, like LeBron, you see these guys shooting from half court. You see a big shot like that go in, and that could really spark something in a scorer. Defense is hard. Somebody like Boston, where you have Kimba, who loves to shoot the three, but also can get to the basket. You have Jason, who's a really good, damn near a great one-on-one player. You have Jaylen Brown. So all of them, I view them differently. It's corner field, and you're not supposed to leave corner field. Our philosophy, don't leave corner field, because that's one of the best shots in the league. I mean, guys make that with their eyes closed. I ended up being late to the closeout, which at this point, I'm thinking, I messed up, let me try to run him off the line. So I overshoot it, and I try to get on his left side to try to make him go down the line, knowing that my help is there. Kimba to go up against somebody like Brooke, who's 7 feet, that's gonna be a difficult shot. Jason, I feel like I'm quicker than him, so I usually try to pressure up on him. For one, he probably has 3 or 4 inches on me. He does a nice like little crab dribble to a step back. My momentum is forward. I also know he's gonna take this step back shot and I'm gonna just contest the best that I can. That's kind of where my mind goes when I try to guard guys who are prolific scorers. To know that like you can pressure up on somebody and still do a great job on them is, y'all just really making me feel good, you know? Like I'm out here, I should be Defensive Player of the Year. Kids need to learn defense, man. It's fun. Kind of give you my insight on defense and what it takes. Y'all gotta start locking people up, man. It's the way to go. Get under their skin, stop them defensively, man. I love it.
And speaking of defensive technique, the Lockdown book is finally available. Jam-packed with techniques, analysis, and ways to coach, train, or become an elite defender. The first book to ever break down individual defensive technique in such depth and detail. If you love this channel, you'll love this book. It's time to usher in the defensive revolution. Check it out now on Amazon.com. Now let's get back to the breakdowns.
Like really depends. I like to be closer because I feel like I can control what I want you to do. So say if I'm close, you make the move, I'm able to right there. I'm keeping my hand right there in your pocket, so I know where you can go. You go that way, I'm gonna cut you off. Yeah. You go this way, I'm gonna cut you off. I feel like if I'm far back, you can make moves. You can do whatever you want. Yeah. So even against the superstars, I'm all the way in them. They make a move, I'm scooting back, I'm getting back in them. I tell people, you know, offensive players, everything's a setup. So when someone has the ball, they're trying to set you up for a move. Right. I make it the other way around. I try to set them up to make moves I want them to make so I can get to steal. If I'm guarding you and I'm forcing you right, I might go here, put my hand here. I know you have to either go between the legs, crossover, or behind the back. So go and cross back over. I'm taking it. I already know. Yeah, so if someone's driving, I'm going like this with my right hand. I'm going across the body. I'm hitting it like this. So I can go. Say you're driving this way, they want to reach across the body. Which works, but that's a foul 9 out of 10 times. So I'm going like this. I'm cutting you off. So you either have to pick the ball up, or you have to move. Say if they're trying to get me in the post that the block is right here. When they're trying to back me down, I'm stopping them way up here. So I don't give them a chance to back me all the way down.
You're trying to lead me one way, it's like to fade to one side?
It depends. Yeah. So if I know that you're always looking to shoot a jump shot, I'm going to absorb the contact. When you bump me, boom, I'm going like that, boom, I'm going like that to keep you off balance.
Right.
Because if I'm on you, go, you can spin. You can use me and spin. So the entire time, I'm absorbing the contact, so you don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. If I go like that, you're right there. Exactly. Because if there's too much pressure, you connect them.
They could do anything. They can spin off you. So the whole time I'm telling myself that. And someone like Jimmy Butler that's a little stronger, I'm guarding him. I'm gonna absorb the contact. I might fall.
Yeah. Take it. Yeah.
I have him. After that, he's beat. Yeah. I know I have him. He's going to be worried about me trying to draw another charge.
Right, exactly.
So he might not be as aggressive the next time. So around the NBA, a lot of guys really try to hit me hard because I'm known for not being screened. So it's hard, man, but I think what makes it easy for me is my positioning. Like, say if I'm guarding someone like Steph and you're coming off a pin down, most guys guard like this, and you're coming off a pin down.
So I'm coming this way?
Yeah. I do this.
Yeah. So you're already there.
I'm not getting screened.
Right.
So it's impossible for the bigger screen. If he wants to screen me, he has to step out. Most likely it's going to be offensive foul.
Right, most likely. I'm going to let a lot of them go. You're kind of messing with them to set them
up? Exactly. It's just like someone with the ball.
Right.
All the time they're doing this. They're doing this.
Right.
You see how your feet is going to react to their movement. And sometimes I might fake at someone. They might be scared to pass.
Oh, that was one thing I saw. You came up to someone, they were dribbling, and you just jabbed like that real quick, and they
Take the ball up.
Yeah, they take the ball, or they
might
lost
lose
it.
it.
You dribbled off their foot. Instead of just sitting there and waiting for them to do something,
Make them react to me.
you make them react to you. That's huge, though. But just that little thing, most people don't think. They're on defense. They're just, I got to defend you, so I'm waiting for you to do something instead of jabbing at them and stuff like that.
It's fouls on me if there's any contact.
Right.
Just because I just know how the game's gonna be ref. So if I just bag up and just, hopefully make him do something like this, maybe if he does get it over my hand, and if I don't steal it, like Kenneth could come in for a block.
So you're thinking there it's better to contest and try and swipe at it than body him and try and take either a charge or.
Yeah, I knew I wasn't going to get the charge.
So you know you're not going to get that call, so you're going to go ahead and go for the other. Okay.
Kind of like LeBron has a play where he did something in Cleveland where he had a number on fast breaks. He would get all the weak side blocks on the fast breaks. He wait for a guy laid up. All he would do is, it was like a number. He would say 5, and the guy in front of the ball, all he would do was, if somebody had layup, all he wanted someone to do was to cut him off and then make them take a side step. Once they took a side step, you don't have as much lift, and then that's why they always had to lay it up, and he'd come in for the block. So that's kind of the same thing. I just want to make LeBron side step to go so he can't dunk, and if he tries to lay it up, Kenneth can actually try to block it. So I'm not even trying to really do anything but just disrupt. This one's preparation. He's like, him and LeBron are kind of the two most deadliest guys in the league in transition basketball. So the first thing you got to do is just get to the paint and just wait on them and meet them there. And then from there, I guess that's the 30% of physical attributes and having long arms, and it's gonna be tough for him to shoot over me. So I'd rather him shoot a jump shot to get to the basket. Like a big thing was like a lot of the good defensive players. Like Bruce Bowen was a really good defensive player because he had a veteran team, so guys would tell him where the help was, where he was at. Like the hardest part of guarding a guy like Westbrook is if you don't know what's behind you, it's over.
Right.
So, like on this play, I don't know what's behind me, so I don't know if I'm in isolation. I don't know if a screen's coming. So I mean, I kind of just guessed I was by myself.
What's your key with timing that block?
When he jumps off that right foot, I know he can't dunk. I know he got to lay it up, and then he jumps so far back. I know he's got to get to the rim. So I'm just gonna, I got a split second to meet him when he gets there. It's 1.5. He can't because it's hard. It'd be hard for him to get to the basket.
Right.
Somebody's gonna pull it for a jump shot, or he's gonna go for a 3. Those are easy shots to make. 3-pointers at the end of the quarters, or when the shot clock's going out, those are easier shots to make because you don't have any pressure. You miss it. Oh well, I had to shoot it. So it's an easier shot. So I'm knowing he's gonna shoot it.
So he's gonna move, and then you're gonna swipe it, and you're gonna get that. This Kobe, that's Wade, that's LeBron, where you're getting swipes on 3 guys that have remarkable strength and are some of the best scorers in the NBA. What are you doing there?
I just know where they're gonna put the ball when they shoot.
Yeah.
Like you just watch a guy shoot. Like watching so much tape of Kobe. I know he likes to, when he goes right, it's hard to swipe down on those guys right in front. They never put the ball in the right here. So I'm actually waiting on Kobe to put the ball on either side, going left over here, going right over here. So actually, if they shot it right in front of me, they might get it off versus what they really do. But I'm just going off their tendencies. Time and score.
Yeah.
You know certain guys with their time and score, what they want to do. Like it's kind of like what would I do? I'm pulling up for a 3, man. We down. We score a 2. All right, it's hard for us to get a stop, or if they get 2 free throws, we need a penalty. So I'm thinking what he's thinking. I'm like, oh, he's got to pull up. And our defense is really sinking in on drives. And so I'm thinking like, man, just play the shot. Try to make him catch as far away at the basket as possible. That's what I think with Melo. Melo, once he gets the ball in that spot, that sweet spot,
right,
close to the basket, is over. Because he's too strong. He's just going to bag you down. And if you're too low, he's going to bag you down and just lay it in. Or if he's close mid-post, he's going to jab and shoot. But if he's close to 3-point line and he jab and shoot, that's the kind of shot I want. I don't mind a guy who shoots at 18, 19-footer. I'm just trying to keep him far away from the basket as possible.
And then you overplay a little bit right there. Is there a reason?
Yeah, I know my help is right there.
Okay.
And
you push him to help?
I don't know. I just feel like I can guard a guy better going left. Yeah, I know JaVale's in the game. The help should be there. So I've just been playing Melo for so long, And if Melo hasn't had a shot in a while, he wants to get that jump shot.
Why are you reaching around there even before the pass is coming? I mean, you're not even trying to deny the ball. You're just reaching across the waist.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, because I know he likes to jab, so I'm kind of just waiting.
You trying to restrict that?
I'm guessing where he gonna put the ball anyway. That's all. I know this play's coming. He ran it once or twice already, and he traveled.
Yeah. So what are you doing there? Are you guarding the pass only, and you're not worried about the turnaround jump shot because he's so deep?
That's a hard shot to make.
Yeah.
Like really, I'm just trying to make him take the toughest shot possible.
Okay.
And I know he has really good footwork. So he likes to jab at you. He really goes one way. He goes right. Right's his way. Yeah, he really can't get back left.
Well, when I'm playing against an elite player in the isolation first team first, you can't get discouraged. Understanding that, it's going to be up and down throughout the game. More importantly, you got to do your work early. Just containing the ball, keeping the ball in front of you. I mainly watch his waist, you know what I mean, just to see which direction I have to be quick-feeted with, and just never getting discouraged. It's part of the. If a shot is highly contested, it's a tough shot. More importantly, I'm thinking later in the fourth quarter, that's going to be a tougher shot, and I'll live with that result. So this is a segment, me playing defense off the ball, corner side is field, trying to discourage the ball handler and get a deflection or a steal at the same time. A lot of teams tell you do not show help off the corner. Me, on the other hand, I was 6-time all defense. I think I could take that risk. So let's go ahead and let's see what's going down when the guard is beaten. I'm going to help. Oh! Well, you ain't going to pass it like that. You're going to try to make a bounce pass or something. I'm just trying to get a deflection or just discourage this guy from going all the way. Oh! You see what I'm saying? Just to stop the ball. Playing it like that with me, I think it gets a lot of deflections, you get a lot of steals, and more importantly, you help your teammate from getting scored on. Yeah, I just want to show you. The inside pass. A lot of times they tell you to get this way, but I like this hand better. Come on, go ahead. I'm at the nail. Oh, good D. Good D. But see, he threw the ball behind me. I played him to the point where I wanted to discourage him from going to the basket. We forced him to pass the ball. I was able to get out, which you are not supposed to do. But I believe the deflection with my right hand is better than playing the left hand side to deny. So now when the pick is going, this is not the end of the action. You have to be alert at all costs. Once the step up is coming, you hit a blue, I'm fighting through, I'm over, get back. You have to be engaged. The rescreen is coming.
Left.
Hold on, before you go. Rescreen is coming. As he comes and set the screen, I got to get low again. Remember I told you about the conversation. Get close, get low, put my hand a little close to him, get my arm low, my feet, my leg ready to not get hit. As the pick come, I'm escaping the pick, I'm getting through, get back. I got help from the wing over there, and I'm back to square the ball up for the team. It was a good coach, man, Doc Rivers. He pretty much told me that this need to be my belt line and staying in the league, holding my hat on the defensive end, doing the intangibles, taking charges, diving for loose balls, winning the 50-50 game, getting your team extra possessions, and competing at the all-time level with the elites. And I think when Doc gave me that message, it only helped me watch film even more. It only helped me watch the prolific scores, tendencies a little more. I paid more attention into detail and shoot around and the opponent's offensive sets. It helped me do a lot of homework, defensive end, if you could say. And I wouldn't change nothing in the world for those two coaches, Doc Rivers and Eddie Sutton, for instilling that edge and having me motivated to go out there and compete on the defensive end.
Now in movement, when you move, as I was saying, as an offensive player, they want to attack the front foot. The reason being is, in a correct defensive movement, as you open up to guard the defense, to guard the offensive player going to your right, to his left, you have to pivot. You have to pick up this foot, pivot, drop step, and then slide. Keeping your defensive stance, keeping your balance, keeping your butt parallel to the floor, staying in a low position so you can move a lot quicker. Once you come out of your position and stand up, you got to go back down here before you move again. So most defensive coaches try to get you in a nice little balance where your butt is parallel to the floor and you're on the balls of your feet, hands are mirroring the basketball, your left is here flicking at the basketball. When you open up, you stand in that stance, step and slide. That's step and slide. That is the way you try to maintain a certain defensive position against an offensive player. Once you come out of that position, you're in a very vulnerable position because now you got to get back into that position and then react to the offensive player. Now you see why it's a lot of work. And no one likes to do it, but yet, if you're going to be a complete basketball player, you got to be able to play both ends. And in playing both ends, you can't just score, you got to be able to play defense as well. Now, I'm going to bring my offensive player out here. Now, I'm going to look at his stance. I'm going to look at the way he's positioning the ball. You remember, as an offensive player, I always said you have to protect the basketball. So if he's not protecting the basketball, I can flick at the basketball. So you look for that. Now, if he is protecting the basketball, that means he's pretty good, knows his offensive moves. He's trying to really dictate what I'm trying to give him or force him to go. Well, as a defensive player, I'm trying to take away his options. So I'm going to step up, mirror the basketball, limit his options, force him to go one way. That way I can slide a lot easier going this way if I can feel I can influence the offensive player to go this way and keep him going that way. And then I'm more or less guarding the player, guarding the offensive player. If I can do that, my job is done. If I can limit his options. Now, if he's a good offensive player, he wants to maximize his options. He may want to attack this front foot, which in essence, now, if he comes this way, I got to drop step, slide, not coming out of my defensive stance because I'm giving him the advantage because I got to get back in my stance to slow him down and get back in front of him. So, as a defensive player, you got to work hard. You got to work hard to take away his options and limit his options. But at the same time, when he attacks you, you have to be in a good enough position to play good, solid defense. You should never come out of your stance. You should always be in your stance on the ball of your feet. Hands are very active, moving, trying to limit his passing, trying to aggravate him as an offensive player, create mistakes. If he can make mistakes, he's not really good, sound offensive player. He's going to give you some options to attack him from. You just have to pick those options carefully. And not with your hands, not with poor defensive stances, but with adequate and certain fundamentals as a defensive player. So if I'm playing him, and I'm moving, I'm stepping and sliding, I'm sliding, I'm sliding, using my body, using my slide, staying in front of him, trying to contend his offensive capabilities. And then when he starts going different directions, I'm still stepping and sliding. Still stepping and sliding. I'm always balanced. I'm always on the ball on my feet. All right? Takes a lot of work. No one says it's going to be easy, but to be a complete basketball player, you got to be able to play defense as well.
Why Leonard understands that, he sees that, and this is the basic fundamentals of old school basketball. Left hand down, there it is again. Right hand coming up, over the top, shot, easy shot. And, you know, and let's walk out on the court and show it. And Baron, you can be on offense, right?
Zeke, it's going up, baby.
And no, you ain't going up. I got too much. So,
hey, I'm on camera. I'm making it 10 days.
Here, right? Ball's in his right hand. Okay. I got left hand and I got a right hand dig. All right. Now put it on the floor as you're going. I know you've been waiting. I ain't going nowhere.
Hey, man, let him do the demonstration, man.
So left hand, I'm mirroring the ball, right?
Right.
Now, if I drop this hand, right, and he goes up to shoot, I can't get to it.
Right.
But if my left hand stays up, now he goes up to shoot and I challenge. So it's always a left hand challenge on a right hand shooter. Old school, right?
Right.
What old school used to do, they used to watch this left hand and they would stop and fake, right?
Well, that pump fake was
always. And they would give you
there.
that pump fake and then they would turn to the side, right?
Right.
And then they would come right up the middle. And if you here, you can't block that shot.
Can't do nothing.
And that's the difference. So you got a dig hand with the right hand. So, right, this is my dig hand. Now, if you watch Kawhi Leonard on that last play, he didn't have this guard here, right? Holding this defender out. He actually let me through, right? So he's letting me in. And when you let me in, I'm digging with that. I done took all that away, right? It used to be that, okay, if I tried to get in,
off me, Zeke.
If I tried to get in, right, this guard hand was holding me off.
Right.
So that's how you kept me off. But if that guard hand down, I'm going with that.
Right.
I got that. Okay.
And
now,
you still got your left hand.
So this is my deflection
right
hand, right?
Your dig
This
up,
is my dig hand. So I got a dig and a deflection. Now if I dig and let's say you spin, go ahead and spin, right? And I'm spinning, I caught you.
Right.
Right? I caught you. Now go up and shoot that shit.
And that's just a little what we were talking about at the halftime. Just a little bit of insight from one of the best guards to ever do it. Players only, you gotta love it. If I'm a young player coming into the league today, I would really focus on the defensive end of the floor and look at Scottie Pippen. I mean, this guy was a genius. His ball pressure, playing passing lanes, blocking shots, taking charges, and he played with a passion on the defensive end of the floor like, no, this is the most exciting part of the game to me. All right, so here again, Scottie is initiating the action. He's making Mark work to bring the ball up the floor, okay? That's one. Now, where he's pushing him into situations where Mark can't really attack. Right here, you got Michael sitting here waiting, right? That area is clogged up. There's nowhere for him to go. So Scottie's fully aware of that. So he knows you can put a lot of pressure on him in these areas because there's nowhere for him to drive. And so now, where is Mark looking, right? He's looking for these curl actions here. Yeah, he couldn't run the play, right? Scottie took the play away from him. Here he cuts the angle off. Now Mark says, okay, I got to attack him. He's bodying up on me. I'm going to attack him. Mark attacks him here. But now Scottie, sensing that Mark wants to feel the contact, right? Because Scottie's been bodying him this whole time. So now Mark seeks the contact and Scottie just backs up. Scottie just backs up. I mean, that's just brilliant defense. I mean, think about that for a second. I mean, he's bodying Mark the whole game. Body him. Now Mark's looking for Scottie's body and Scottie just moves back and lets Mark lose his balance. I mean, that's a game of cat and mouse right there. Okay, again, Scottie's making the reads. He knows this action. Right, he knows it. Here it is. He knows the ball comes back there. He knows they're looking for Starks coming off of a double screen on the weak side. So he tries to get his hand in that passing lane. He misses it. But this shows me that he is keenly aware of the actions that are taking place out here on the floor, which means he prepares. So if I'm this draft pick coming into the league, I know I got to do my homework. Homework will give you all the answers, right? Scottie knows what's coming there. Right now, this is unbelievable. Look at all the ground this guy covers. Here, down, there. All right, but it's the activity. He plays defense with an energy. Too many players today play defense just to play defense. He's attacking these offensive players. He's going after it. He's playing with an energy out there. If I can learn how to cut angles off like Scottie, be aggressive on the defensive end of the floor like Scottie, I think that'll just take my game and the team that drafts me to an entirely different level.